In this episode, we will talk about all you need to know about Boeing hiring process. It is difficult to ignore how interesting aircraft, rockets, as well as other aerospace technology are. Whether you are young, passionate graduate, or a seasoned technician, it is among top 5 businesses in the sector when it pertains to these technologies. Boeing employs 143,000 employees in 50 states as of 2019. Boeing employs around 160,000 employees around the globe. In this episode, we will cover if you want to apply for Boeing or you are taking Boeing assessment exam that's coming up. We will concentrate on the international prospects provided by Boeing, especially those in the United States and the UK. Fortunately, in this episode, you will look at the most typical Boeing interview questions and how to properly respond to them. For more episodes, please subscribe and like our channel and press the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's talk in depth about Boeing hiring process. No matter how enthusiastic you are to begin working at the company, you should be prepared for a comprehensive Boeing hiring process and evaluation. Interviews are almost always used by companies to gauge potential performance. The recruiter will want to make sure that you can execute your work effectively and safely, especially with Boeing. If you need to get ready for your Boeing hiring interview, keep in mind that you want to leave a positive impression on the recruiting manager after all. Here are some essential actions you may do to land the job. Apply. Obviously, you need to apply in order to even get an interview. On the job portal or Boeing hiring website, look for open positions, submit them online, and then submit an application online. Attend the call. After submitting your application, you should anticipate 2 to 5 week wait before hearing from Boeing. You will probably be requested to set up an in-person interview. Onboarding. A set of onboarding duties start as soon as Boeing determines that you are the best applicant for the position. Expect to go through a background check as well as a pre-employment drug screening before starting work. Given the nature of the aircraft industry, Boeing routinely administers drug testing to all applicants, mostly for safety purposes. Boeing hiring process and the values they look for. To shine out in the Boeing application form, align your resume with the company fundamental principles, as well your replies to motivating interview questions. The following are Boeing key values. Engineering excellence. Boeing places a high priority on exceptional safety, integrity, and quality, so they go above and beyond to provide the finest products possible for their customers. Accountability. At every level of the process of each project, Boeing strongly believes in accepting responsibility for their actions. Following lean principles. Boeing is dedicated to implementing lean concepts to ensure efficiency via ongoing improvement in order to maximize value and decrease waste. Lead on safety excellence, integrity, and longevity. Safety, sustainability, and high standards of quality and ethics are given top priority by Boeing throughout the whole organization. Foster a humble, inclusive, and transparent culture. Boeing values teamwork and working with individuals to understand their needs. Investigate the best leadership standards. Boeing strives to continuously enhance leadership by utilizing the guiding principles to address the most challenging solutions. Trust of stakeholders. Building stakeholders' trust in Boeing requires producing outstanding results and adhering to the company's core principles. Diversity and inclusivity. Boeing is a workplace where individuals from all societal groups are valued and respected. Eliminate travel. Boeing firmly believes that the highest productivity and quality comes from doing things correctly at the first time. Stability of rewards. Boeing concentrates on mapping out the successful path and needs to make sure to diligently pursue those paths. Common Boeing interview questions asked during hiring. No matter the jobs you're applying for, interviews may be nerve-wracking. You can use the following list of typical Boeing interviews questions and sample responses to get ready. Number 1, why did you choose Boeing? The main goal of these inquiries is to gauge your expertise and interest. Most businesses, including Boeing, will pose a question along these lines. You can describe what Boeing is focusing on right currently and why you are so enthusiastic about whether you are seeking for a manager or an engineer. Also, you don't be scared to mention that the most renowned corporations in the world is Boeing. Describe your experience. When asked during the Boeing hiring process, employers use this question to determine your suitability for the position. Boeing does not want a boss who does not understand aircraft technology after all. That's why they will probably examine your language, vocabulary, and narrative to see whether you are as knowledgeable as you claim to be. Number 3, do you consider yourself to be creative? Advancements and innovation are the foundation of aerospace technology. The Boeing hiring manager would want to understand that you could excel in this area and contribute fresh ideas. Number 4, do you have any prior XY software experience? This information is targeted at software engineers and other Boeing jobs hiring candidates in similar field. You must therefore assume if they identify a certain type of software, their firm also uses that type of software. Ideally, you should provide instructions on using the exact software they specify. If you are unable to, be sure to provide a similar experience you have had with software that's similar. Number 5, to reach the deadline, how did you prioritize your work? Many Boeing job hiring heavily rely on deadlines. The employer wants to make sure that you can follow directions and are prompt. Use STAR technique to provide a meaningful response to this behavioral interview question. Number 6, what do you think quality is? No aerospace firm wants to produce subpar goods. In addition to hurting their reputation, it may also be quite risky. These businesses need candidates who are detail-oriented to provide high-caliber work and excellence. Additional tips to crack Boeing hiring process. Here are some extra suggestions to assist you to be as effective as possible in your Boeing job hiring interview. Now that you are aware of few most typical questions you could be asked, display your knowledge. Boeing will seek experienced engineers and managers to appear competent in your industry during your interview. Attempt to have few tales about your experience ready to share before you arrive during the Boeing hiring process. Remember to ask some questions at the conclusion of your Boeing hiring interview, in addition to the advice above. These queries will not only help you understand the job better, but they will also demonstrate your skill and compassion as an employee. That's all for today's episode. If you have any questions about this episode, please feel free to write it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up. It will help the algorithm to promote our channel. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.